So let me know who's coming. All right. This past week, I've had issues myself with my blood pressure, and so I've just kind of been stressed out all week long, and I know the Lord's been with me, and just, I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate y'all's prayers about that. But I've also just been in this kind of place. Has anybody just kind of felt like things are kind of like the darkness in this world is like closing in, and there's been like a quietness? And I was riding the truck yesterday as we went to New Bern, and I was just like, Lord, I told Philip, I said, Philip, I'm not hearing from the Lord. I'm not hearing from him. I don't hear his voice. I don't know if it's, if I'm not being, I can't think of the word right this second, but I'm not doing what I should. That's what I was thinking. But I was like, Lord, I've read and I've prayed and I've read and I've prayed, and I'm not hearing. And then it's kind of like I was just looking at things as we're going by, and I'm just thinking, Lord, this world is getting darker and darker. I mean, y'all, I don't even watch the news, but the stuff that I've seen come across social media with people that are killing their own children and just taking each other out, and somebody's trying to kill the president again last night, and there's just so much going on. People no longer have respect for life, period. And so it just seems like things are dark, and when we're all in this rat race of life, you're working, trying to make money to pay bills, and it never seems like it's enough. It never seems like you can catch up. It never seems like it's worth it all, and I'm just sitting back questioning, our kids are grown up except for summer, and they're off all doing their things, and you're trying to enjoy some piece of life, but it's like no matter how hard you try, you're just spinning wheels. And so I'm just sitting there asking myself, Lord, what is all this for? What is this that's going on? Where are we at? With all this stuff that's going on, the darkness, like I said, is closing in. It's just been a very, I don't know how to describe it, but just a quiet, eerie. That's kind of this eeriness that's kind of hovering over. And I've just been questioning all week, Lord, like, where's your voice? Where's your presence? It's just kind of muffled, I guess. I don't know if y'all get what I'm talking about, but it's just this eerie feeling. So we're going to start off where he led me to in 2 Timothy 3. I mean, really, think about what life is. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose? Because, like I said, we're here. Time is flying by. Our children are grown. We're getting older. And if you ain't there yet, you will be soon, before you know it. It happens way before you can blink an eye. So, 2 Timothy 3. He said here, this is Paul writing this letter to Timothy, and he said, here's a trustworthy saying. He said, you can trust this. Whoever, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong Timothy, wrong one. Wrong. Okay. He says, but mark this, meaning take a look at this, look at it, think about this. There will be terrible times in the last days. Now, we're thinking this applies to now, but this applied to them then. The history has repeated itself, and they were seeing these things coming ahead in their life. It says there will be terrible times in the last days. It doesn't matter if you want to think about the world ending, or that just scares you too bad and you don't want to think about all that. Your days are numbered, and you have last days also. People will be lovers of themselves. I don't think we've ever had a generation that was more selfish than we do now. Selfish. They do not think about anybody but themselves. They don't even think about their own children. They're self. Lovers of themselves, lovers of money, just chasing the dollar. And it's not that hard to do, because like I said, you gotta have money, you gotta have bills, you gotta have lights, you gotta have food, you gotta have a roof over your head, you need a vehicle to get around, you gotta have money. But they start to become so overwhelmed or chasing after money that they forget the God. God is first. Boastful and arrogant. Proud of themselves. Abusive. And this is the NIV. The King James says a little bit different words, but they're all the same meaning. Abusive. Disobedient to their parents. Lord have mercy. And we have one in the house that tries and tries and tries. Disobedient to their parents. Ungrateful. And we have grown ones that act ungrateful. Ungrateful. Unholy. Without love. Without God. Because He is love. They are unforgiving. Slanderous. People cutting people down. Not, pull up Facebook and read a post where people are just constantly just cutting throats of people. Cutting throats. Without self-control. And I totally believe that this is one of the biggest things that we lack today. Self-control. There's so much out there that is like a carrot dangling in your face saying, do this, try this. And it don't matter. It don't have to be drugs or alcohol or addiction. It can be the newest weight loss trend. It can be, anything. It's like we have no self-control. Take us to the buffet. We're going to try to eat all of it. Right? We went yesterday out to eat and we sat there and I've been wanting sushi for like 3 or 4 weeks. And as I'm eating, I'm thinking, Lord, I'm going to sit here and eat until I get sick. It's just, I wanted to eat it and I didn't want to waste none of it. So I was like, self-control, push it away, but I didn't. Brutal. People are brutal. Not lovers of good, not lovers of God, not lovers of what is right. They are all about evil and what is going on out here, what's best. Treacherous, rash, conceited, arrogant, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Whatever brings them pleasure, whatever is good for them, whatever feels good. And the last thing, having a form of godliness, but denying its power. That means simply pretending to be a Christian. That's what it means. It means being someone who is pretending to get it, but have nothing. Because you can pretend all day long, you can come in here and sit and pretend, but you're not doing yourself any favors, because the power that comes with our belief in our faith, the power is what takes care of all the rest of that. If we don't have the power from the Lord, then all those things will eventually overcome us. We will become arrogant. We'll become lovers of ourselves, selfish, chasing after money, abusive, disobedient, unforgiving, slanderous. We won't have self-control, and we'll be lovers of evil rather than good. All those things will overcome you if you do not have the power that comes with being godly. And then the last part it says, have nothing to do with these people. It's important that we don't, the saying, if you can't beat them, join them. It's important that we don't just give in and start just saying, well, it's not that bad if we hang out with them a little bit. It's not that bad if we just take a little bit. It's not that bad if we just make one post, or we just send one text that's cutting somebody down, or it's okay if I don't forgive this person because you don't understand what they did to me. It's okay if we just put ourselves first. See, like Jeannie going down there to that neighbor, she already has her husband at home that she's taking care of all by herself, that has dementia, that's getting, to where he can't take care of himself. She could have said, well, I've got enough going on. I don't have time to go down and take care of him. But she knew he didn't have nobody else. So every day, although she's trying to work, take care of her husband, she's in a bad situation with housing, she doesn't have much herself, she still took the time to go over and check on this neighbor. We have to be ready and willing to put ourselves aside and serve. Now, this is telling us what the days are today. Like, this is darkness closing in. This is God being quiet. And then we go to 2 Thessalonians 2. Because, like I said, that kind of eerie quietness. And I'm like, Lord, what is this? 2 Thessalonians 2. I should have marked the pages. Good grief, I can't do that. 2 Thessalonians. It's before Timothy. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 7. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work. He's saying this darkness, this eeriness that you're feeling, this quietness, it's the lawlessness. It's Satan at work in this world. But the one who now holds it back will continue to do so until he is taken out of the way. See, God and his Holy Spirit is holding Satan at bay to a certain degree. The Holy Spirit is holding back evil to a certain degree, but he's also allowing it to overcome the world, and he's withdrawing his spirit. And I was thinking as we were riding around in the truck yesterday, I was thinking, Lord, are you withdrawing your spirit? Is this what this is? We're hearing less and less of you. Are we going to be okay if we don't hear from you? Because look, there was 400 years in the Bible where he didn't speak to anybody. And I kept thinking about that yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, is this a sign of the times that we're not hearing your voice, that we're not feeling your presence as much? What will we do if you withdraw your spirit from us? What will we do, Lord, if your voice becomes silent? See, this is why it's so important to read this, because as I'm writing and as I'm thinking about this, the Lord brought these scriptures to my mind about where he will take his spirit from people. He will withdraw his spirit from the world. If you're not reading this, then you don't have it hidden away. Do y'all understand that it's becoming more and more a crime to serve the Lord? There will be a time, I believe, when Bibles will be illegal for people to have and to read. I believe it'll be illegal for you to have a Bible and to read it. You better read it and hide it away.
Certain countries.
It already is. Yeah, it already is. They would love to just have a piece of this Bible to be able to read. We need to read it, and it's not about memorizing it. It's about taking it in and saying, Lord, give me this word so that when I need it, it'll come to my mind. So yesterday, and I'm riding around, and I'm thinking, Lord, it's so just quietness. He said it's because the power of lawlessness is already at work. Can you look around and tell people are lawless? They don't care anymore. They don't care whether they're breaking laws. They certainly don't care if they're breaking biblical law. But as I'm praying about these things that don't look good, these things that are hard to hear, these things that are like, Lord, okay, this hopelessness, is that what we're supposed to feel? Are we supposed to give into this just darkness and misery that surrounds us? What are we here for, Lord? What do we have to look forward to? Go to Revelation 21. See, we're here for a purpose. This past week in Bible study, I kept this over and over in my head. This kept playing this week. We talked about Paul, and he said, I'm stuck. I don't know if I should ask to die or if I need to stay here. He said, to die is gain. To die is gain. See, we don't need to get too comfortable in this world bringing us happiness, because this ain't what it's about. The only reason Paul said, Lord, let me stay here so that I can fulfill your purpose. But past that, he said, take me home, because to die is gain. And so Revelation 21 is to remind us, thank you, Jesus, this ain't it. This spinning our wheels just to maintain ain't it. It says, then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth has passed away, and there's no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them. See, I believe this is saying he's been gone for a while. He withdrew himself, but now he's come back. They will be his people. We will be his people. And God will come here and be with us and be our God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things have passed away. Imagine that. You know, we're sitting here, we're grieving people. We've got people that are grieving that somebody's getting ready to leave this world. We've got, sickness and death and just being overcome and overwhelmed with all the stuff that's going on in the world. We've got, like I said, children that are passing away. We've got parents that are taking children's lives. We've got people taking their own lives. We've got just this heaviness, this, it's just struggle. But he says there's coming a day. If you are mine, I'm coming back. Jesus told his disciples, I'm going to prepare a place for you. And if it wasn't true, I wouldn't tell you. This, again, is reaffirming that at some time, this is all going to pass away. But if you're his, he said, I'm coming in from the clouds. I'm bringing a new heaven. And I'm going to wipe every tear from your eyes. You will no longer have to grieve death. You will no longer have to mourn. You will no longer have to worry about these old things. And he who is sitting on the throne said, I am making everything new. Write these words down. They are trustworthy and true. He said, you can take this to the bank. He said, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty, I'm going to give water without cost from the spring of water of life. And those who are victorious will inherit all of this. I will be their God, and they will be my children. See, he's going to rectify us back to that perfect place where he will walk with us in the garden. And there won't be no striving for food and to be healthy, because we'll be able to be healthy and live and be forever with God. This can't be it. If this is it, then I don't want it. I'm telling you, just take some time to look around. This is not worth all that we make it. What God has promised us in our future is what we need to keep hope in. Because that is going to be the perfect promise. Just think about if he truly withdraws his spirit from you. If he withdraws his voice. If he gets quiet for more than just a day or two. If he gets quiet for more than just a few days. What will you hold on to? I can't think of anything here that gives me the hope that this gives me. The reminder that he is the beginning and the end. And why it's so important still that we tell everybody that will listen who gives us our hope. There's so many people out there lost, y'all. I mean, like I said, each and every day hearing of all these things that are going on. There's too many people still lost out there. And like Paul said, when he asked, is it Should I pray to continue to be here, or should I just pray for God to come get me? He said, Lord, let me stay if it's to continue to witness to people. That's your purpose. And once that's said and done, then you have hope in the heaven that's to come. If not, there's really not any hope. So like I said, continue to read your word, continue to